Good morning from Greenbelt Gardens. It is August 14th, Thursday. Just coming out here to check the state of the garden, see how things are going. It's been a pretty calm and collected week so far. We haven't had very hot temperatures. There has been precipitation in the area, but nothing here at the house. So normal irrigation running on Tuesdays and Thursdays, doing its thing. We picked a bunch of the sun golds the other day. There's a couple of more that are still wrapping off, and some brand new ones that are getting to that point. So we'll continue to pull those off. Same for the chocolate cherries. It's always an interesting thing to watch all this stuff kind of pop up, and ultimately you have no idea when these things are going to start to break in their color. We've still had a really good intake of pollinators showing up. There are black-eyed peas. These are ready to be picked. You can hear that's like scratching a paper sound that they get. So those are ready to be picked off. Probably let them rest another day or two inside. Got some flowers here. Hopefully that will turn into something. Just like these, right? So these are aromas. They've been here for a while, just waiting for them to break in color. It's always like the hardest wait to do. You just have to sit there and be patient and let them do their thing. But you keep coming out here day after day after day, and then nothing really happens. You're just like, oh, what's wrong? Why aren't they doing anything? And then all of a sudden they start to surprise you. Got a whole bunch of banana peppers waiting to turn. We picked a handful of these earlier this week, and because they were starting to break, so we go ahead and just got them off the plant. That way some of these can get the idea that they need to do the same thing. All this in the front too, like this one here. That one's kind of breaking in color. You can kind of see that. And you got some more baby bell peppers on the way. The glacier globes, same situation, right? These guys have been up here for a while and are still very much green. I guess if you really wanted to, you could take them as a fried green tomato option. Slice them up, fry them, see how they turn out. California Wonder Yellows, still there's a lot of them that are here. Same concept, same thing. You just wait for things to ultimately break. Sun Scald, definitely a problem, even though we're not so hot. This is a very mild summer compared to most here in Central Texas. We've probably only had less than 5 or 6 days above 100 degrees at this point coming into August. When it's really hot, you know, we're probably like maybe 30 to 40 days coming in from May, in which we have so many concurrent days of 100 days or hotter. So very mild summer. We're very grateful for that, and things will just keep on plugging along. Again, pollinators love when all of this stuff goes to flower. One, beautiful color offsets with the green and the purple, but the honeybees love when your thyme and your basil and all these things go to flower, because that's where they want to come hang out. Go see the other side of the garden here for a minute. This will be a short video today, not unlike our 20-30 minute videos. No, they're not that long. They kind of feel that long, and we appreciate all of you who want to come and watch and take the time to see the video through its entirety. I know it can be monotonous. It feels like a monotony. Whenever you're gardening, everything feels monotonous for a while. This here is starting to break. This is a Marconi red. Got a bunch of Marconi reds that are growing on this side, as well as the interior. Nice and beautiful green. This one too. It always kills me whenever they, you know, this is, to me, this is an odd shape. It just kind of curls up. That's how it lived its life, and that's great. But then you have one that's down here that's this big and beautiful, and this is what they typically look like. So the idea that some plants grow one way and they have their fruit that grow another. So like that one should be a long, lengthy one, not curled up. And then this one here, like this, it's got many different curls, many different bends in it. So it's just amazing that some of the fruit take its own shape. Not every fruit looks the same. but they all still pretty much taste the same. Here's the propagate, doing well. We clipped off those early fruit opportunities. We've got new buds that are coming in, getting ready to start. We'll let these actually go do something. We do need to get another stake in here. While he's doing well to hold himself up, we got one small stake that's in there. Eventually he's going to continue to get bigger, get taller. All of these leaves that you see here, these are all brand new leaf sets, so he's getting bigger. And then these guys, so our Mexican sunflowers, doing a great job. Plants are looking healthier. They do have a lot of leaves that die off on the interior, so we got to keep on trimming that back. But this guy is tall now, so I would imagine this plant is easily over 6 foot without the bed. But beautiful plant, but now it's starting to take up space. Ooh, come around here. These are the yellow Marconis with some Sunbrights. And like this one here, this one's starting to break a little bit for the Sunbright. Not much, it's hard to kind of tell probably on the camera, but he is starting to turn yellow at the edges. And we've got a bunch of baby Marconis just kind of stacked up here in the interior of this plant. And we got a nice long one that's in there. That's good. A couple more babies being formed up here as well. And our orange suns, our 2 beds of orange sun. We had one that broke, so we pulled that one early just to see how it breaks inside. Still got a handful here on the plant. Again, surrounded by flowering. This is basil. It should be lemon basil. Let me try. Nope, this is Thai basil. Thai basil has a very sweet and somehow savory at the same time. It's a very interesting smell. Not quite like how you see like the typical big green leaf option for basil. This is a thin leaf. Has a very good smell though. I've never used that for cooking. Interestingly enough. There we go. There's the orange sun in here. Starting to break, hiding from us. Yeah. There you go. Orange sun doing its thing. No, sorry, yeah. Orange sun. This one, so I think he's the Thai, and this one is the lemon. So let me take one of these off. Crush it up. Oh yes. If you've never had lemon basil, I highly suggest you get some. It smells wonderful. It actually smells very much like that candy, the lemon drop. It's exactly what it smells like to me every time I crush one up. I've never used it for cooking, at least not yet. These guys, they go to flowering really early, much earlier than the typical basil, just a big broadleaf basil. So like this guy, right? This is what you would typically see as a broadleaf basil. Classic, easily used in cooking, canning, those kind of things, and it does very well. I've never tried to cook with the Thai or for the lemon, only because they go to flowering really early, and sometimes that affects the way that those taste. So maybe I should just try it, see how it goes, especially if I have a dish that needs some extra lemon kick, because that lemon basil is awesome. A lot of orange suns in here too. Nothing that I see breaking as of yet. Some of these are smaller, I would say, you know, not necessarily disappointing, but I wish they were a little bit bigger. But for the most part, you got to be happy with what you got. You know, these plants do very hard work and very good work to produce fruit, and it may not look like how you get it in the grocery store, and that's fine. All still edible, all still doing its thing. Get some of these leaves off. Got some eggplants growing underneath. Get rid of those things. Yeah, better shot. Little bitty guys doing their thing. Eggplants are doing better too. Ever since we've got the big baby boomer plant out of here, they've had a better life. So still very much affected. I mean, these leaves, you can see them. Spider mites are probably the biggest culprit. We've done spraying, we've done all kind of things to stay within the realm of organic gardening, but sometimes not all those things work. So gotta keep out here, stay on the plants. As long as they continue to keep making beautiful flowers, they give themselves the best opportunity to make some wonderful fruit. All right, let's see here. Another pepper growing in here. This was our experimental bed when we started the season. We had 3 baby boomers that were in here. Here's evidence of one of them. And they did very well. The baby boomers did really good to process stuff and create a lot of cherry tomatoes for us. And then we took them out because, again, just like the other baby boomer in the bed, they just lose their season because they're determinants. Once they reach to a certain spot, once they reach to a certain threshold of producing fruit, that's it for the season for them. Oop. That's a big, made hard to see on camera, but there's 1 liter line of of a spider web right there, and he's thick as far as me being able to see it with my eye just walking around here. Sweet potatoes still doing their thing, growing, staying copacetic. Have our other sweet potatoes over here. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much the state of the garden outside. Said it wasn't going to be a long video. We're almost 12 minutes long. That's just how it works out. You get to talking about things you love and you forget all about how much time you spend doing it. So I guess that means we love really doing it. Some more chocolate cherries. I'm going to pick this sun gold right here, and that's how we're going to end today's video. There's things inside that we can go check out real quick as well before I end the video completely. So I'll see you inside. All right, like I said, here's some of the sun golds that we picked or harvested the other day. We also had some of the eggplants. We've got 3 different types of eggplants here. I can't remember all their names right now. We have 4 that are total that we have planted. So this is 3 of the 4 types. The 4th is a much bigger bulb, and they mimic the color of these guys very well. So, and then here's that yellow Marconi we pulled a while back. He was the longest Marconi. I'm just letting him dry out. We're going to keep him for seeds. So beautiful yellow color, still doing his thing. It may take him weeks for him to completely dry out. Here's some chocolate cherries that we pulled. And let's go check on the inside stuff. We'll start off with the seedlings. Seedlings are doing good. Everybody's growing at their own pace. They've had 1 round of fertilizing up to this point, which I think is maybe 3 days ago. Since that point, they've grown up substantially. So we'll have to keep up their fertilizing regimen. These are stuff that we've harvested over the last month. So these guys here, everything from this side on, from the left to the right, was picked yesterday. So we have California Wonder Reds, we have an Orange Sun, we have a California Yellow, we have 2 red Marconis and 2 red Chinese Giants, and then we picked about 8 of the banana peppers because they're starting to break. We also picked some of the cayennes, multiple colors there, and those are fresh yesterday. Same for shishito peppers. We picked these yesterday. They're starting to turn themselves. These are also cayennes that we picked at the beginning of August, as well as these shishitos you see here. So fresh, starting to age. Same with the serrano peppers that are here. We haven't had a big serrano crop. The ones that we have still look pretty nice, but they're starting to age. And then we have some of the poblanos. We pulled these early because the plant looks like it's having problems. Looks like somebody's eating the poblano plants. They're not eating anything else. They're just eating the 2 poblanos, and we'll go out there and check on them, see how it's going. And then these are our aged cayennes. So these guys are almost dry, like almost 100% dry. All the liquid is out of them. They're just pure spice at this point. Same goes for these. So these are picked on July 16th. And as well as these guys were also picked on July 16th. These are also the banana peppers. Those are these guys that are over here. And once you let them dry out for about a month, this is what they look like. I love that peppers, in the most part, don't really just rotten and spoil, right? If you left strawberries out on your counter for 2 weeks, a month, they'd just be inundated with mold and everything else, but not peppers. Very few peppers actually do that. The rest of them, they just dry out, and you can crunch these up into pepper flakes, or you can grind them completely into spice. So, a wonderful thing. Here's some more banana peppers. These we picked on July 16th as well. And these are we're going to be using for seed. So the the texture of these guys, these are all very much a paper coating at this point. This one's still a little soft. Still got some liquid left in him, some hydration. That one is ready. I need to break him open and see what seeds we can get. And again, these are sweet. They shouldn't have any heat or whatsoever for the banana peppers. But these guys should now be a much more concentrated heat, as would be the shishitos over time as well. I just need to try them. See how well they turn out. And mango and lettuce, still doing a good job too. We keep plucking lettuce leaves off every couple of days, and as you can see, most of them are standing upright. These are under dedicated grow lights, whereas the seedlings are still under the LED lights. Pretty soon we're going to be transitioning them though. Get them under grow lights to see if they do better. Let's go check out the front. So much for a short video. Coco coir bricks, all lying in wait for the next grow season. All right, so here's the cayenne pepper. Got a couple of cayennes. I said we harvested not too long ago, so there shouldn't be too many on there right now. A couple of the yellow ones are starting to break to yellow. That one is definitely breaking to red. A few more green ones on the sides. And then we have the serrano. Very slow growing plant for us. No, it's not like the rest. And this may not be a good spot for it. I don't know. There's a little baby serrano growing there. We have a hard time keeping this one happy. Oh, there's a butterfly. Bye, butterfly. Here's the shishito plant. Doing very well. We've picked a lot of shishitos from this plant so far. I think I say that every video, only because it's true. We did recently harvest this one, so there's a brand new stock that's starting to grow, and we'll continue to let that roll out. Oh, look, baby spider. Hi, spider. Sorry, didn't mean to freak you out. And then these are the two poblanos. So again, trying to figure out what's making them not happy. What is something we can do better to keep them happier. Their fruits have been very small, and this is the one that's being eaten by something. So we've had to trim off the tops of these guys because they just continue to get their leaves eaten off. I'm not exactly sure by what. If it's anything, it's hidden in the soil down there, burrows during the day, and it comes out at night and does its job. So either way, not happy with what they turned out. But yeah, that's going to do it for our video for Greenbelt Gardens. Again, thank y'all for watching, and see y'all next time. Bye.